Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden, episode 128. What happened last time?
Last time we got Jiraiya backstory. We found out how he found those toads, and we found out about his prophecy of that he's going to be like the teacher of someone and needs to lead them on the right path to make the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
So
he had to take a break from his journey to fight in the war, and that's where we left off. We're gonna see the second half of his backstory and see how things turn out. I hope you guys leave a like and subscribe on this video, and check out some of our other ones if you're interested. But if you want to get a week ahead, you can go to our Patreon. That's linked in the description. You can also get uncuts for this show and many others, movies, OVAs, OP reactions, a bunch of exclusive stuff. Check that out if you're interested. Support the official release. Come here to hear what we have to say, not just to rewatch the show. But let's go.
I predict that the Hidden Leaf will emerge victorious from this battle. Therefore, I'll let the three of you live. Keep your sympathy! We can still fight you!
No, Jiraiya, stop!
You three are very strong, and so I, Hanzo, hereby christen you three the Hidden Leaf's Sannin. In exchange for your lives, tell me your names.
Will all this really end with the Hidden Leaf being victorious? Did Hanzo speak the truth?
If it does end that way, are you gonna leave on another journey?
Well, maybe I will. Set out on yet more travels and write another book.
Why don't you just settle down in the village?
I feel as though I haven't quite found it yet.
You mean your destiny, don't you?
Orochimaru looks fucking cool in that scout uniform.
I can sense they're just kids.
Don't let your guard down. Even these little mice are from the Hidden Rain Village.
We know you're hiding. Show yourselves. All right. What is it?
I want you to give me some food.
Where are your parents?
They were killed by ninja because of this stupid war.
Here, have some hardtack.
Nagato, Conan, come on out. They seem like they're okay.
just all their food.
Didn't say you could take mine, kids.
We already gave you guys food. Stop following us.
She's got a gun.
Thank you all. This is for you.
It's origami. It's made from the hardtack wrapper.
And this is a gift for us?
Please, will you teach us ninjutsu? You're all ninja from the Hidden Leaf, aren't you?
These kids, shall I kill them?
Orochimaru.
So many poor orphans. It's always so pitiful. They'd be better off if we simply put them out of their misery right now.
Enough, Orochimaru. You go on ahead with Tsunade. I'm gonna stay here and look after these three for a while.
What?
Only until they're truly able to take better care of themselves. It's the least I can do after what they've suffered.
Yeah, but
This is also part of my destiny.
Thank you for the food.
Grilled fish and
Oh my
next
God,
to it, fire
it's
drill jutsu. Delicious.
Hey, I think I've gotten the hang of fishing, Sensei. Nagato, what's the matter?
Nothing. I just remembered my family.
Stop crying and be a man! It's because of little wimps like you that men of the Hidden Rain are called cowards!
Things may be unstable now, but I don't think that this war will last much longer. I'm confident that by the time you are all grown up, there will be mutual understanding and peace will finally...
No, it's not fair!
Huh?
All of us have lost our whole families to this war. For mutual understanding, they had to go through what we did. That's what sharing the pain is, right? But I know now that's just never gonna happen. And that's why wars will never end.
That's Pain, and then the other girl is the girl who we don't know her name is.
This land is always crime. the whole land is a coward. But I'm going to change this land. You just watch me. I'll protect everyone. That's why I asked Jiraiya Sensei, please teach us ninjutsu.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
I can't seem to come up with any ideas for my novel at all.
Is that garbage?
They have to go through what we did. And that's why wars will never end. I'll protect everyone.
Man, we should have let Orochimaru kill him.
You like I like you what set you off?
I originally was looking at her.
Oh, wait.
Somehow bring peace to the world. Now, how can I do that?
Jiraiya Sensei, come help! It's Yahiko!
We'll talk about it after.
Lead the way, Konan!
Oh shit.
I brought Jiraiya Sensei!
What happened?
It was him. A renegade shinobi attacked us. He told us to hand over our food and our valuables. And then Nagato.
The Chunin from the hidden rock. How did Nagato ever? Those eyes. Don't tell me he's. It can't be. That shape. That ripple pattern. I can't believe it. That eye. Said to hold the most noble of the three great visual jutsu. The rinnegan.
The rinnegan.
It originated with the sage of the six paths.
Wait.
The father of all shinobi. It said that the rinnegan, eye-possessing sage, developed all the jutsu known to us today. It's rumored to reappear whenever the world becomes corrupt. He's capable of being both a godlike force for creation and all-obliterating instrument of destruction. I always thought it was a myth, but here's someone who actually possesses it.
You who are singularly pervy should become a brave.
What includes?
You do, you shall acquire an apprentice of your very own.
Could Nagato be that revolutionary? Perhaps I've found my destiny. I've decided that I will teach all of you ninjutsu.
Really?
It's a possibility you could encounter another life-threatening situation like before. So I'll teach you ninjutsu, but only for self-defense.
Yes, all right! Listen, I owe you a big thanks for saving us last time, Nagato. And I'm sorry that I called you a coward. But the next time that anything bad happens, I'll be the one to protect you.
Thank you, Yahiko.
What? But Nagato is totally stronger than you are, Yahiko.
Yeah, but I'm gonna train now and become stronger myself. Just talk too much, Konan.
All right. Let's just get started.
Yes, Sensei!
Huh? Nagato, what's bothering you? Talk to me.
Sensei,
Is it that incident?
that day when that ninja hurt Yahiko, I was just so angry with him. Everything went blank in my head. I didn't know what I was doing. Before I realized it, the guy was dead. After that, just became so frightened. That hatred made me go blind with rage. And I killed somebody because of it. It was wrong. I know it was wrong.
Nagato, I don't know. I can't really say whether what you did was right or was wrong. But still, thanks to your actions, Yahiko is still alive. You saved your friend. So I believe that's always the right thing to do. No one can fault you for helping a friend. Once you've been hurt, you learn to hate. But if you hurt another, you become hated, and you shoulder a sense of guilt. But it is because one understands such pain that generosity towards others becomes second nature. That's what makes us human.
I don't. What do you mean?
It's a process called growing up.
It's called growing up? I still don't get it.
It's about being able to think and make your own decisions.
Onan and I were crying because we were so hungry. And then Yahiko saved us. He stole food from other people to feed us. All I want to do is protect those two, no matter what kind of pain I may be forced to endure.
I understand.
I wish I knew what that
Yeah,
said. Fuck.
whatever that says.
Waterstyle, raging waves! Wind style, gale palm!
Holy shit.
How's that, Sensei?
You're able to take down my shadow clone now, huh? Well then, I can return home without any worries.
What?
You three are all on your own from here on out. You've all done a great job these past 3 years. Hey, don't cry, Yahiko, or people will call you a coward. Conan, you're gonna grow up to be a real beauty. I know it. I hope we meet again someday. So there will be hard times ahead. But from this point forward, you three can change the fate of this land. Nagato, you three have really grown up. Wouldn't you agree?
Thank you, Sensei.
Third Great Ninja War still raged on. Ready? Tsunade! Orochimaru!
Yeah.
Summoning Jutsu!
Could you
That would be
imagine?
terrifying.
The Hidden Leaf Sannin distinguished themselves in many battles, leaving countless legendary tales behind them in their wake.
So fucking cool.
What's the matter?
What's wrong?
Those three have died. I've tried my absolute best to always make the right choices. I really believed that that was what destiny had in store for me.
Jiraiya.
I thought that what I did was the right thing to do. But I guess I was wrong yet again.
You will find it. As long as you keep believing.
Yes, perhaps I will. I guess I'm still in the middle of my journey then.
The Third Great Ninja War continued to drag on, and the one who ultimately guided the Hidden Leaf Village to victory was another outstanding pupil of Jiraiya's, a prodigy named Minato Namikaze.
It was long. Too long. What'll you do now?
Well, let's see. Perhaps at last I can find the apprentice who can change the world.
Is that your destiny? The destiny of the great Jiraiya?
I suppose you could say that.
You're a strange one.
Don't you want someone to take over after you?
To gather all of the jutsu in this world and master every one of them. That is the only goal I care about.
Even if you could master them all, human beings aren't immortal, you know.
She's right.
Speak for yourself.
I wonder if that's really true.
Then, that was weird.
He's always saying weird. Oh shit! I spit everywhere. He's always saying weird stuff like that. That Orochimaru. This is the book.
I don't care what you say.
Just die already. Give up. Huh?
Yeah, about that.
Even if you take me down, another assassin will attack the village. As long as we're cursed to live in this ninja world, then there can be no peace. Ever.
Well then, I'm gonna break that curse one day. If there's truly such a thing as peace somewhere in this world, then I'm going to find it. And I'll never stop looking.
Who are you?
My name is... Hey! So you're reading my Tales of a Gutsy Ninja book, are you? Well, it's only my first published work, so the sentence is going to be a bit childish. It's not great, really.
Oh no, I don't believe that at all. I think that this tale is wonderful.
Oh?
Every
The numerous legendary exploits you told me, it's like it's almost autobiographical.
Yeah, but it didn't sell at all. For my next one, I think I'll add some spicy elements to pep it up.
The main character, and I thought that his determination to never give up was pretty awesome. He's actually quite a lot like you, Sensei.
Yeah? You think so?
So, I was thinking, I really hope my soon-to-be-born child can become an amazing shinobi just like the main character in your book. So that's why I'd like to ask your permission to name my son after him.
What? Are you sure about this? I mean, I randomly came up with it while eating ramen.
Naruto. I think it's a wonderful name.
Kushina. Wow, so would that make me his godfather then? Are you really sure you're sure about this?
You are my sensei, Jiraiya. You are a great ninja who possesses true talent. There's no one else like you in the whole world.
Even after that moment, Jiraiya continued his journeys in search
Pretty
of his
sick.
destiny. So it would be some time before Jiraiya would meet Naruto in the village hidden in the leaves and begin their journey together.
That's
What
so
a-
nice.
what
That's
a
so
ni-
nice.
What a beautiful episode.
So nice.
I'm gonna
Almost
cry.
made me cry because this is so nice. And then you know that it wasn't very nice after that. Oh, so sad.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah. That's just so nice. I like that he named Naruto while he was just eating ramen.
That's why it showed when he was eating ramen in the Rain Village when he was writing. It showed like, those little fish cakes on Naruto.
That's pretty nice. That's nice. And it's just so wholesome.
Isn't it so perfect? Like, yeah.
Yeah. I cannot believe fucking Jiraiya just like raises these evil children and then is just like he like raises them a little bit and then is like, yeah, they're like all right now, I'll just leave. And then is like, oh no, they all died except now they're evil. I originally got tipped off by the girl because I was like, this has to be relevant in some way, and then I was like, she's looking awfully like that girl that I didn't know existed until like 2 episodes ago. And yeah, I guess so. And she even had like the little flower in her hair and everything.
But they're dead.
But they're not dead. They're not dead.
What do you think's going on with those with the rinnegan?
Yeah. See, that's like the weird thing. That's interesting. That what was it again? Like it was like the most powerful thing of all time, and all jutsu comes from like that.
The
thing.
last person who had that was the Sage of the Six Paths, who is said to create all ninjutsu that is known today.
And then it only comes out once every like
Not a time.
not every time, but like
When
it
the
comes
world
out
becomes corrupt.
when the world needs it, basically. When the world needs it to either destroy everything or fix it. That's interesting.
And it was held by just some random kid in the fucking Hidden Rain Village.
Yeah. I wonder what those like it looked like they had like it was like supposed to be a helmet, but they like wore it like a hood. But I was just like when
Maybe it
you
collects water.
Well, I was thinking that I was like they live in a place that's just constantly raining and they're running around with like a bucket on the back of their head.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that was. I think that they
It
just
looked
didn't want to
kinda
have them in
cool.
those helmets. I think it looked pretty cool. I imagine in the manga it must have been like a really cool looking thing or a cool thing to draw. Is what I imagined.
It's like it's almost like a scuba diver, like
Yeah.
an old scuba
and
helmet.
it's fucking always raining there.
Yeah.
It's the land is weeping, or so Yahiko says.
It's kind of
Yeah, when he shows up, they draw him like behind that pillar, like halfway looking, like drenched in shadow. You can't see his eyes, and then it's like you see the orange hair, and you're just like watching it back. I'm just like, oh, like yeah,
kind of creepy.
These 2 episodes are like some of my favorite in the series. It's so great, and that reveal of like, oh my god, is this who I think it is? And like just watching all of this, watching like how he's teaching them and like everything, it's so fucking cool. And just seeing like, because there's always been this like block of time that's kind of been in shadow that hasn't been spent a lot of time on, but it seems to be super important. Like we never saw Jiraiya's life seemingly like, you know, and he's like a sage and he did all this stuff. There's so much about him that was like a mystery, but you don't really think of it because he seems so like matter of fact and like he's not the kind of guy to have a lot of shit going on.
And he's just like flying, but it's also weird because I feel like his prophecy kind of cursed him to like mess up. Like he became kind of locked into it because he's like, oh, this is the one, and then he just like leaves them and then they die and then he's like, okay, and then like the fourth Hokage was his student and actually like stopped like the end of the world that was happening at that moment. But then he's just like constantly like, oh, okay, that one that I was so sure was the one wasn't, so now I'll just keep looking, I guess. So I'll just leave again and go off and keep looking. It's just kind of sad that he never really did anything for himself, you know?
He did.
Like, I guess.
It seems like he was experiencing life, you know? He just like went out and fucking lived a crazy fucking life for those like 20 years or whatever, like traveling the world, going to war. Like he was fucking...
He did a lot of stuff, but he never like got to really stay in one place or like settle down. And it seems like in that conversation with Tsunade at the end, it's like he's probably thinking like, what if I just had stayed here?
You think so?
I don't know. Like, you'd have to wonder. Like, even if it wasn't the right... Like, he definitely did have a pretty big impact on several very important people in the world. But, yeah. I also like how his first book wasn't a pervy book.
It was just a book.
It was like Naruto. It was like a shonen.
Yeah, yeah. It was a shonen battle.
It was literally Naruto. It was literally
Jiraiya Shippuden.
Yeah. But it was always the character was very believe it. He wanted his son to be just like the character in the book, and then
which was just Jiraiya, and
which
he
is
turned out
just
to
Jiraiya.
be just like him.
Yeah.
And then we saw Kushina, Naruto's mom and pop, and their house.
Yeah, they seem
their
to
apartment.
have like a pretty normal place.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of sad.
I'm not sure if did they say he was Hokage, or did they not? Did they not like say that? Like, did they not mention whether he was Hokage or was going to become Hokage? I think he must have been, right? Yeah, he was. Yeah. His face is there.
He was,
yeah, so
but they did. I don't remember them like making a big deal about it. I guess because everyone already knows.
Yeah, he'd already been there for like. At
it's
least
also
a
so
while.
Interesting to see that like Orochimaru, Tsunade, and Jiraiya fighting together. Also, that they got like called that just by like some fucking guy.
Some guy that defeated them.
Yeah, just defeated them and was like, "Oh, I'll let you live, and I'll also name you like the legendary Sannin."
I dub thee.
And then just takes off, and they're like.
That's
okay.
You act like it's so weird and awkward and shit, but that's like some legendary shit. I don't see that as weird at all.
No, it's just interesting because I had always thought that like the village came up with that for them, not like some random dude that they fought. Called them that. It's just like way more sort of mysterious and like epic than I would have thought. But also them like fighting together would have been scary. You just have these three people with giant creatures just attacking you. Yeah, and then Orochimaru just being creepy as hell.
Why don't I just kill these three kids right here?
I mean, maybe you should have. This is the one time I might have agreed with you,
Orochimaru, that's so fucked up. Why would you even insinuate that?
Orochimaru, humans don't live forever, Orochimaru. We'll see about that.
Wow. You say the strangest things there, Orochimaru.
Oh, that guy always just being such a jokester.
Oh, that snake man, always saying creepy things. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. That's like shit like this is what makes Naruto like it like really bumps it up in like the quality scale for
Yeah.
me. Like
Yeah, which is funny. All the things that, like, I kind of hate to say it, but, like, all the moments of Naruto that I really, really like often rarely have anything to do with, like, Naruto himself.
that's fair.
Like, a lot of them, like, this is, like, so cool. Like, the stuff with Shikamaru was so, like, interesting and cool. And, like, sometimes the stuff with Naruto is interesting as well. But, I guess it's probably also because the stuff that doesn't have to do with Naruto is, like, wrapped up. Like, nicely. Like, in its own little section.
Yeah, because it's,
And you don't get, and they don't have the, like, weird filler of Naruto, or, like, the dumbing down of Naruto for the audience's sake.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is the main problem. Like, when I think about Naruto, I'm like, yeah, he's a good character, but sometimes when I'm watching Naruto, I'm like, oh my god, this is, like, the dumbest person I've seen in my life.
It's just bad production luck because, like, Naruto, yeah, it's just bad luck in terms of, like, what they decided to slow down. And I think I prefer it this way rather than them, like, dragging out these episodes. Like,
Yeah.
they fully...
I definitely
they
prefer
dedicated
that.
2
I definitely-
episodes to all this shit. But, like, whenever it's a Naruto story, or, like, when it's focused on Naruto, they end up dragging it out. Unless it's, like, the Naruto versus Sasuke fight.
Yeah.
And shit
but
like that.
it just sucks because, like, this... Oh, also the Kakashi episodes
Yeah.
as well. Like, just so well done. And it just... It kind of sucks that, like... And they really... During Naruto's training, they really emphasize the, like, oh, come on, this is taking forever aspect, which, is my pet peeve about Naruto, because it's, like, kind of his character, but also kind of just them needing to explain more stuff to the audience, or, like...
It's exposition, yeah. They're finding a way to... And the problem also with the training, it does go on a little bit long, but it's, like... Again, it's just a production thing. Like, they just needed to draw out this amount of time as much as they could, so they added many scenes, like, especially editing it, like, going through editing all those episodes where he's training, like, it's like they started every episode looking back with a thing of him, like, training and, like, oh, Kakashi-sensei, I don't think I can do it. It's, like, every fucking episode, and then, like, he almost turns into the nine-tailed fox, and then Yamato, like, gets him down, and then he, like, rests, and then he remembers Sasuke, and then he creates a million more clones, and then he tries it again, and it's, like, that happens so much, so it's just bad luck. It's like they're choosing to elongate that, which cheapens, like, the Naruto-centric moments.
Yeah.
And then so that they can, like, really, like, perfectly display shit like this, which is, like, if they ruined this, it would not be the same. Like,
yeah,
if they gave this treatment, if they gave this part of the story the Naruto, like, training treatment, or, like...
Jiraiya's just like,
spit it out already! Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, I hate training. I hate doing, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It just sucks that that's what happened, had to happen to, like, Naruto specifically all the time, because I just see this and I'm like, wow. They're, like... Naruto and Jiraiya are actually really similar, but in this story that we just saw, we're not getting all the bullshit of Naruto just constantly being an idiot.
Yeah.
In repeatedly the same way every time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just noticed that.
And if I remember correctly, there's a lot less of that, like, kind of dumb stuff as it goes along.
Yeah.
Through Shippuden, so yeah, cool stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, unless there's anything more you want to say.
No, that's pretty much it.
All right, we're moving right along. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. See you in the next one. Check out Patreon. Leave a like and subscribe. Get a week ahead on Patreon. Bye-bye.